While the West is still shocked by the powerful performance of the J-10C, China's independently developed new generation of drone mothership will completely rewrite the rules of future air combat. According to public information from China, the much-anticipated Jiutian reconnaissance and strike integrated drone is expected to complete its maiden flight at the end of June this year. As early as last November at the Zhuhai Air Show, when the Jiutian drone made its debut, it was called an air monster by some military observers. Unlike traditional single combat drones, the Jiutian drone can have a maximum takeoff weight of 16 tons and a maximum range of 7,000 kilometers. Even more shocking is that it can also control the ability of multiple sub-drones, which can perform multiple tasks such as reconnaissance and strike, forming a coordinated combat system in the air. This design concept almost turns the concept of drone mothership in science fiction movies into reality. In the future, this Mothership plus Swarm combat mode will completely subvert the traditional rules of air combat. So, what else is unique about this drone? Can it completely rewrite the rules of future air combat? If you like our video content, please click to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can receive all our latest video content. Now, let's get into today's topic. In the past 2 decades, China's civilian drone industry has experienced explosive growth and now accounts for about 70% of the global civilian drone market, even surpassing the United States to become the world leader. Among them, Chinese drone brands represented by DJI are widely recognized and popular in the global market. But now, China's civilian drones are no longer limited to aerial photography functions, but have expanded to multiple application scenarios such as performances, logistics, and agriculture. In April 2025, at the 50th anniversary celebration of the liberation of southern Vietnam held in Ho Chi Minh City, China dispatched as many as 10,500 drones to take off neatly, forming the Vietnamese national flag, historical pictures, and even presenting blessing words symbolizing the friendship between China and Vietnam. The whole process switched smoothly, like a silky and shocking movie special effects, which amazed the audience. Of course, this performance successfully broke the Guinness World Record for most drones flying simultaneously and proved to the world that China is leading in the field of civil drones. In addition to the civilian field, the development of China's military drones should not be underestimated. For example, China's Wuzhen 8 supersonic stealth unmanned reconnaissance aircraft has a body length of about 11 meters, a height of about 2.2 meters, and a wingspan of less than 7 meters. This relatively small design provides great advantages in reducing radar reflection signals and lays the foundation for its stealth performance. If the appearance is only a clue of Wuzhen 8, then its real jaw-dropping trump card is speed. This drone does not use traditional jet propulsion, but is equipped with a rocket engine. Once started, it has amazing acceleration capabilities, and its maximum flight speed is said to be Mach 5 to 8. Do you know what this means? The Mach 3 speed of the Soviet MiG-25 fighter or the American State Route 71 Blackbird reconnaissance aircraft, which were once famous for their high speed, is just like a stroll in front of the Wuzhen 8. In fact, China has also been actively developing multifunctional military drones with attack capabilities in recent years. Take the Feihong 97 as an example. Since its debut at the Zhuhai Air Show in 2022, this drone has quickly attracted global attention. The U.S. Defense News once commented that it may change the traditional rules of air combat. Unlike traditional drones, the Feihong 97A can be used as an auxiliary wingman and can cooperate with stealth fighters such as the J-20 and J-35. It also has multiple capabilities such as air combat, ground strikes, sea strikes, and electronic warfare. Of course, the protagonist of today's video is not them, but China's latest air drone carrier. As far as I know, this drone, known as the air carrier, was officially named Jiutian by China. In traditional Chinese culture, This symbolizes the great ideal of breaking through limits and conquering the sky. If you look at the technical data, this drone is also like an air monster. When its wings are spread out, it can reach an astonishing 25 meters, far exceeding most of the heavy drone platforms in service. Its maximum takeoff weight reaches 16 tons, and its maximum load is also 6 tons. In terms of range, it can fly 7,000 kilometers in one breath, and it is almost no problem to cross the entire Asian continent. And its maximum ceiling is as high as 15,000 meters, almost close to the cruising altitude of passenger planes. In comparison, the performance of a US MQ-9 Reaper drone is slightly inferior. In addition, Jiutian adopts an unprecedented honeycomb mission cabin design inside its huge belly. There is a modular heterogeneous honeycomb hidden, which can carry more than 100 micro-drones or cruise missiles. These sub-drones can independently perform tasks such as reconnaissance, interference, suppression, and defense zone penetration. If they are coordinated under the command of the Mothership, Jiutian can quietly release hundreds of air killers. They pounce on the enemy like a swarm, interspersed, blasted, and paralyzed in the radar blind spot, and penetrated the entire front in milliseconds. There is no doubt that Jiutian is more like an air drone mothership. Of course, the stealth capability of the Jiutian UAV is also excellent. It uses a metamaterial skin, a technology derived from the achievements of China's TP-1000 transport aircraft. The new skin not only has extremely high strength and toughness, but also can greatly reduce the radar reflection area. Compared with the traditional body structure, its radar reflection area is reduced by 60%, which can almost be completely invisible on the radar screen, making the enemy's air defense system useless. In terms of the power system, the Jiutian UAV adopts a hybrid drive mode of turbofan engine and jet power, taking into account high speed and high efficiency. Its cruising speed is stable between 600 and 700 kilometers per hour, and its ceiling can reach 15,000 meters, which is enough to break through most ground air defense firepower networks. And unlike traditional UAVs, the Jiutian is also equipped with China's independently developed quantum encryption communication module. Even in a strong interference environment, the transmission delay of the command can be controlled within 0.03 seconds, which completely solves the problem that traditional UAV communications are susceptible to interference. So once it is put into actual combat, how powerful can this air carrier of China be? We mentioned before that the wingspan of the Jiutian UAV reaches 25 meters. The maximum takeoff weight is 16 tons, and the maximum load is 6 tons. Looking at these data, many people may think that this drone must be very bulky, right? But in fact, it is not the case at all. It is equipped with a hydrogen fuel propulsion system, which is a very advanced power technology today. At the same fuel weight, the range of the hydrogen fuel system is 40% longer than that of traditional propulsion methods, giving it super endurance. According to official Chinese data, the Jiutian UAV can cruise at an altitude of 15,000 meters for 12 hours, with a maximum range of 7,000 kilometers and a maximum flight speed of 700 kilometers per hour. This means that it can take off from China and fly directly across the Pacific Ocean to approach Hawaii in the United States. In addition, the mounting capacity of the Jiutian UAV is also impressive. It is currently equipped with 8 mounting points and can carry a variety of weapons such as the PL-12A air-to-air missile, the TL-7 anti-ship missile, the TL-17 air-to-ground missile, and the TL-6 glide-guided bomb. In other words, it can carry out air combat missions while conducting long-range bombing. What is even more surprising is that if the Jiutian joins forces with China's Type 076 amphibious assault ship, it can even transform into an aircraft carrier killer. The US military once conducted a simulation, and the results showed that as long as the Type 076 carries 3 Jiutian UAVs, its firepower is enough to cause a fatal blow to a medium-sized aircraft carrier formation. Even if it is a one-for-one confrontation, it is definitely profitable to replace an enemy warship with a Jiutian. After all, from a cost perspective, the cost of the Jiutian drone may be only 1/50th of that of an enemy warship. It is worth mentioning that the Jiutian drone has a unique design in the world. It is currently the only combat platform in the world with the function of a swarm drone mothership. Unlike traditional aircraft carriers, it does not carry carrier-based aircraft, but a large group of intelligent drones and cruise missiles. This combination of swarm plus mothership is like what we used to see only in Hollywood science fiction blockbusters, such as the scenes of airborne motherships releasing small aircraft in Transformers or Avengers. But today, this technology has been first realized by China in reality. When the Jiutian drone flies to the target area, the honeycomb cabin on the abdomen slowly opens, and hundreds of micro-drones pour out like a rainstorm, quickly deploying formations and coordinating operations. In this swarm, some small drones will first activate the electromagnetic interference device, release strong interference waves to the enemy radar position, and completely paralyze the enemy's detection system. Then, another batch of cruise missiles carrying explosive devices will swarm in and carry out suicide strikes, accurately attacking enemy ships, radar stations, and key command nodes. The remaining drones will continue to perform real-time reconnaissance missions and send signals back to provide accurate target information for the rear command system. As early as the South China Sea test in 2024, China's 200 micro-drones successfully simulated a saturation attack on an aircraft carrier formation, which has verified the tactical feasibility of winning by quantity. In addition, the Jiutian UAV also adopts a highly open architecture design, which means that its mission modules can be quickly replaced. In actual combat, if the role needs to be changed, it only takes about 2 hours to replace the original honeycomb cabin and missile rack with a transport cabin, and quickly transform into a strategic-level airdrop platform to perform frontline military supply delivery or emergency rescue missions. Whether it is ammunition, food, or communication equipment, medical supplies, Jiutian can deliver these key supplies to the most needed places at the first time. What's more amazing is that it can also mount electronic warfare pods and directional infrared jammers. These devices can effectively suppress enemy radar signals and interfere with the locking of infrared-guided missiles, greatly improving its survivability on the battlefield. At present, the 04TH aircraft of the Jiutian UAV has completed the assembly of the fuselage structure and is currently carrying out system installation and testing. It is expected to complete its first flight mission at the end of June this year. The U.S. Power website once clearly pointed out that the Jiutian UAV marks the arrival of the air carrier era, and its influence is no less than the change of aircraft carriers to naval warfare. China has successfully upgraded drones from traditional auxiliary weapons to the core of strategic deterrence through the swarm plus modular technology. In contrast, although the U.S. military strongly advocates the Taiwan Strait drone sea tactics, it has never been able to achieve large-scale implementation due to the hollowing out of the manufacturing industry. They did not expect that China has taken the lead in all aspects from concept to mass production. To not miss out on our future projects and news updates, please make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. We will continue to provide you with more exciting and interesting content.